Hey guys, Coach Brian here with Thrive Training Center. This is our second video in our beginner handstand series. The last one covered how to get upside down and getting comfortable with that, as well as building the prerequisite strength for first-time handstands. Today, what we're gonna go over is a few steps in building the confidence in going upside down without the assistance of a wall. Let's go check it out. Okay, so the first challenge that I have for you guys is called a T-lever. Now that name comes from the shape that your body is gonna create while you are reaching forward. So I'm gonna have you start off in your lunge, okay? A lunge consists of having both legs spread apart with your front knee bent and your back leg straight. From here, you're gonna put your arms all the way up by your ears. I should be able to draw a straight line from the flat of your palm all the way down to your back heel. Once you're in that position, you're gonna start to pick up that back foot while you lean forward. You're gonna balance on one foot, trying to get your body as flat as possible before returning to your lunge again. Okay. So the next challenge I have for you is called a lever. You're gonna pass through that same T-lever that you did before after you start in your lunge. Once you've reached forward and you lift your leg as high as you can, you're gonna tap the floor with both hands before standing all the way back up again. What I want you to try is as you go forward, you want to try to tap the floor with both hands, pretending like there's two eggs on the ground. I want you to tap the eggs, but don't break the eggs. Give that a try a couple of times, and then we'll move on to the next piece. Okay, so the next challenge I have for you is the L handstand. You're going to start off in your lunge, passing through T-lever and lever before transferring your weight to your hands. In the beginning, it'll start off as a small hop off of your front foot until you get more and more comfortable, allowing yourself to point your top leg towards the ceiling and balancing with straight legs, creating an L shape with your legs in the air. Try that a few times. As you get more and more comfortable, start allowing your foot to go higher and higher until you can balance in that position. Once you feel good about your L handstand, you're gonna move on to the full handstand. You'll start off in the same lunge as before, passing through all three of your other shapes: T-lever, lever, and L handstand. Once your foot points at the ceiling, bring your bottom foot up to the top foot and try to get stuck. Remember to always finish in the same lunge that you started in. Now, as you reach forward, think about bringing the bottom foot to the top foot as opposed to the other way around. What ends up happening is if you bring the top foot down to the bottom foot, you'll miss that full handstand, making it very difficult to balance. Now, this part can be a little bit scary if you're first learning. So I want you to follow a few of these steps that I'm gonna take you through to make yourself feel more comfortable. So to make it easier on yourself, find some wall space to practice against. You'll place your hands down on the ground, allowing your top foot to tap the wall before coming back down. You could start out with it just in the L handstand like I showed you, or you can take it up to the full handstand where your feet come together. Your goal is to be able to kick up, only allowing your feet to touch the wall, as opposed to letting your bottom or your shoulders slam against. Make sure that you're finishing in your lunge each time. Practice that until you get comfortable going upside down, and then I'll show you the next part to teach you how to balance on your hands. The first exercise I want you to try is kicking up against the wall, taking off one foot and then the other. You're going to balance for as long as you can. A good exercise is to count how long you hold that handstand and try to beat that number every single time. In the beginning, it's going to be a little bit hard, so let me show you one more technique that's going to help you in this process. So the next one's a little bit harder to see. You're going to have to look really close. Once your feet come off of the wall, your hands are going to have to do a lot of work. As you start to fall towards the wall, press in with your fingertips to get you away from the wall. If you start to press too hard though, it's going to force you to step down to your lunge. So what you want to do is try to find that balance by pressing a little bit to get you away from the wall, but not so much that it forces you to come down. That is going to wrap it up in our second video in the handstand series. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I hope this helped you get better at your handstands today. Get out there and go ahead and practice. I'm Coach Brian with Thrive Training Center. Train here, thrive anywhere.